So I want to talk about Sanchez, the 16-year-old girl that was snatched off the streets of the Bronx, New York. Here's an update, because I have been worrying for like days. Well, really between the two toddlers or the two young children that was missing out of Jacksonville. But this Sanchez girl, the 16-year-old, right? Come to find out, she set this whole thing up about being kidnapped just so she won't go back to Honduras with her parents. She didn't want to go to Honduras, and what happened is she got a group of these dangerous ass head busters to come kidnap her off the streets while she walking with her mother. That's some crazy crap there. Now, man, I'd be so terrified of a chick like that, because listen, if she can get some knuckleheads to do that, ain't no telling what she can get them to do, or she can get them to do that. I just don't, I just hate that people play with situations like that, because I make videos about women being snatched and young teenage girls and toddlers being snatched and never return home, but to make a mockery out of it because you don't want to go to a certain country. And her mother didn't speak any English, so when her teenage daughter was snatched, she tried desperately to try to get some help, but she couldn't speak English. So a lady spoke some Spanish, and that's how she was able to get some help. But when everything was going viral and everything was getting too out of hand, and the police officers was trying to look for and locate her along with those guys, that's when she said, okay, yeah, I fabricated this. All this was fabricated. It's starting to turn morning now. All of this was fabricated. Man, I'm so goddamn pissed off about that, because see, I'm the type of person that worries all the time when it comes to girls being snatched and little boys getting snatched, because I have a son and 3 daughters. So when I hear anything that got something to do with teenagers, missing children, missing, kidnapped kids or whatever, that seemed to bother me for days. Like, some people can handle that stuff, but I can't. I let certain situations worry me to no end. But to find out all this stuff is just fabricated, it just makes me mad. But I feel like this: if you're old enough to do some shit like that, then you should be old enough to pay the consequences to get into some serious trouble. Serious trouble. But yeah, everybody, Sanchez, like I was saying, she was walking on the side of the road with her mother. Well, not on the side of the road, but she was walking down the streets of the Bronx, New York, when a black 4-door car showed up. 4 men got out of the car and proceeded to snatch the girl right from her mother and stuff her in the car and rode off with her. And like I said, I'm real peed off about that, because it's girls that's actually went missing, is missing. It's kidnapping every 3 seconds in this country. And this girl got the nerve to fabricate the stage of kidnapping because she don't want this stuff and go back to the Honduras. There's a lot of stuff I didn't want to do when I was younger. But guess what? I had no choice. Because she did not want to leave the United States. She didn't want to leave the United States, and her mother was adamant that they go back to Honduras. And she didn't want to go, so she staged one of the worstest, perhaps grimiest thing that you could do to your parent. Look, if I had a daughter that did some shit like that, man, I'd be fearful of her, because if she get some egghead ain't about nothing jokers to do something like that. Imagine if she real mad. Probably get me knocked off. Because obviously these guys don't care. They don't give a damn. To do something like that, they didn't care. So, hell nah. Like I said before, if she mad enough to do something like that, shoot. That young girl to get your ass knocked off. Should get you knocked off. That's those type of chicks I don't mess with. The ones who these young boys and men can easily follow and listen to. You don't want to bother them in there, because they already got some of these knuckleheads wrapped around their fingers. But yeah, I'm not gonna keep the video too long. I'll be back with another video this evening on the update if I hear any more details. But like I say, that criminal charges need to be pressed on her. You know, because that girl mother did get assaulted in the process. The girl mother was assaulted in the process because she was shoved to the ground. Could have broke a collarbone, anything. But that was at the behest of her daughter. Her daughter had them do that. Damn. That daughter's a goddamn goon. Man. Well, that's good for my video. Later.